Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Kat and this is my beauty area, and for today's look I wanted to come up with a quick morning routine that I do for my face. This is if I'm in a rush, if I'm on the go, and what I usually do to my face. I'm really going to be highlighting the NYX Bear With Me collection. This collection I just got the other day and I've been trying it out for a couple of days. I didn't want this to be a first impressions video. I wanted it to be a true review on how I felt about the products. So this look is meant to be dewy. If you guys have oily skin, I will show you guys my tricks to making it not so oily throughout the day. And if you guys want to see how I came up with this look and see how these products work, go ahead and keep on watching. So every day I do put on sunscreen. The one that I've been using lately is the Coats Face Non-Tinted SPF 40, and this is it right here. I like this one because it's not oily. I feel like it doesn't move any of my makeup around. I've tried my makeup without it and with it, and it's literally the same. So I just take a little bit of this. Today we are going to be playing with the NYX Bear With Me collection, and I do have all of the collection with me. I'm going to start off with the Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer, and I'm going to read this off of the website. It says, it's a hydrating jelly primer and it feels like gel. It hydrates the complexion and softens the appearance of pores for a bright, fresh looking glow. It is water based, so it looks like jelly, and I just go ahead and apply this on my skin. It does say to let it set before you start applying anything on top of it, so I go ahead and do my brows. I'm going to be using the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit, and this is the number 4. And with these, I usually am just on the go in the morning, so I don't detail my brows. I don't do anything crazy with my brows, so I just brush these up. And for some reason, this eyebrow has less hair, and I believe it is because I sleep on this side. That's why it has less. That's what me and my best friend keep thinking when she does my eyebrows. I don't know. Now the primer has set, I go ahead and use the Bear With Me Skin Tint Tin Veil. On the website it does say that it is a weightless formula, and it's supposed to allow breathable coverage and a seamless satiny finish. It feels like it applies like a nice layer of coverage to my skin. It is hydrating, so with my oily skin on my nose, I did notice that it came off a little bit. It wasn't until maybe like 5, 6, I think even 7 hours later that I started noticing that my nose started getting oily. And with that, I just went ahead and used powder throughout the day just to powder my nose. So I am in the shade 05 Beige Camel. This one was a little bit darker than my skin tone, but being that summer's almost like right around the corner, I do want to play with this all throughout summertime. So I just take a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to use my Jeffree Star JS1 brush for this, and this is his foundation brush. And I'm just going to dip it in there. So this is with one layer of the skin tint. I am just a little bit self-conscious about my blemishes, so I do cover them up some more. So to do this, I actually use my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and this is in the 07 Natural. And I just take a little bit on my finger, and I'll just place it over my blemishes really lightly. And then I'll take my beauty blender and I'll start to just blend it in, but I won't pat really hard. I will mainly start to blend the outer. And then I'll barely touch the spot with the blemish. But then make sure that you carry it out and blend it. So again, I just blend this out, and then I lightly dab on the blemish. And then the ones that are like bigger, which is this one right here, I will use my finger actually. And then I'll just go ahead and blend this out to my skin right here. And then after this, I can use a blender to make sure that it's nicely blended. Next, I am going to use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I am in the shade Custard Medium 1. I usually use a brighter one when I am wearing foundation, but this one, I don't want it to be brightening. I just want it to look like skin today, and I want everything to just naturally flow. So I will only put it here. And then I will take it here. I take my beauty blender and I will just start to blend this. And then whatever's left, I'll just take it over my eyelids. I do set my face a little bit using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I take my beauty blender, and while it's still damp, I dip into the powder and then I just set my under eyes. And this blemish right here that is just not going anywhere today, just so that nothing moves around. Something that I did actually find out with this is that I have to set my nose. I have to, because my nose does get oily. Being that this is a skin tint, you do want to set your nose if your nose gets oily, or any spots of your face that will get oily. So for me, that is my nose. My next step is going to be to use the butter bronzer. This stuff, since my last drugstore video when I discovered this, is the best. I use this all the time. It's just like my go-to. I love that it has a feel like butter. So when I do use a skin tint, I feel like it's the best thing to use because it doesn't feel so powdery. I don't want powders on my skin today. I don't want too many powders. So for this, I will be using my trusted MAC brush. I go ahead and I just swipe this, and I feel like it also does give me more of a control with my bronzer. I will very quickly do my jawline, nothing too crazy. And then I'll go ahead and grab a brush and dip into this. And then I will just very quickly do the sides of my nose. Using a Morphe R38 brush, I dip back into this bronzer and I will just very quickly apply it on my eyes. This is just going to help create some dimension on your eyes and make it look like you put a lot of work on your eyes, but you didn't. Like honestly, this part doesn't even have to be perfect. Just as long as you as long as you get a nice blend on it, you're completely fine. This tinted skin veil is amazing. I feel like it gives me enough coverage to where I feel comfortable to walk out of the house. I'm so lazy when it comes to doing my makeup when I'm not going out somewhere, when I'm not filming or anything like that. I'm gonna take my Morphe M405 brush with my Palladio blush, and this is Toasted Apricot, and I love this because it just... I love this because the formula is great. I feel like it's long wearing because being that blush is the first thing that comes off of your face. I like to put a good amount, but nothing to where I feel crazy, and this color is just really pretty. Something that also helps me look more alive and awake is curling my lashes and putting some mascara on them. I am going to use their multitasking spray, and this spray says that it primes, sets, and refreshes. I haven't used it to refresh my face throughout the day. I want to. I should, because I feel like it'll just kind of create like that dewiness again, that fresh look. On the website it says that it is a multitasking spray infused with aloe and cucumber extract. It's skin sensitive friendly, and it's supposed to give you a dewy glow, minimize the appearance of pores, and provide up to 8 hours of hydration. So like I said, I feel like with my nose, the oiliness is controlled throughout the day for up to about 6 hours. But this is dewy, so this look is gonna be a little bit trickier for people with oily skin. But if you set your face, if you take some touch-up powder with you throughout the day, you will be fine. The spray is actually really cool. So a tip is to hold it, you just press it and then spray it down. The one thing that I didn't like is the alcohol in here. I'm not a fan of alcohol on my face. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be using this all the time, but I did like it. Just to test out, alcohol is number 3 on that list of ingredients. So if you guys don't know, the ingredient list is actually labeled from the highest concentration of the product all the way down to the lowest. Fragrance is the last ingredient on here, which I like because you can't really smell anything. I've used different primers before, different face setters where you can smell everything, like especially being that it has aloe in it and alcohol and all that stuff, you can't really smell it, which I like. I don't really care too much for fragrance in my products, and that's one thing that I liked about this. So I will be playing around with this a lot and trying it out with my foundation, my regular foundation, and seeing if I want to use it for an everyday look, or if I want to just take it with me to refresh my skin. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my trusted L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and this is supposed to add volume to your lashes, and I feel like that it does. So I got mascara on my lid, and a trick that my friend Leslie taught me was to grab a spoolie and then I just rub it on the part that has mascara. Let it dry first. If you don't let it dry, it gets everywhere. All this does is kind of just like flicks it off, so you don't have to grab a brush, you don't have to use your nail, you don't have to use tweezers. This just kind of brushes it off. My last step is going to be to take these lip creams by NYX, and I did get a couple, so I'm going to try out a couple. I'm probably going to mix a couple and see what happens. I think I'm going to go with the shade 32. And then right on top of the 32 Rome, I'm going to take Cabo. My last step that I do to make it seem like I really tried to do my makeup, but the last step that makes it look like I woke up 10 hours early to do my face, is to use highlighter. I'm going to use the Morphe and Bretman Rock Babe in Paradise palette. And this is it right here. If you guys haven't tried this palette, it is awesome. And I am going to use the shade Vacation, and it's this one right here. And I'm going to take this on my Jeffree Star JS4 brush. Oh my gosh. And then since I did have that blemish here, I don't want to put any highlight on that part, because then it's going to make everything just pop out. And because highlight does make everything pop, you don't want to pop that. Pop that. No, you don't want that to show. And whatever's left, I kind of just run it up here. So this is the finished look that I completed using the NYX Bear With Me collection, and honestly I love this collection. I've used their Can't Stop Won't Stop collection, now I'm using their Bear With Me collection, and I cannot complain about it. I like it a lot. So if you guys did want to drop by and pick up their collection, it is really affordable. That way you guys can try some of these lightweight products for the summertime without, you know, putting a hole in your pocket. It really works. This has been my look for the past, I think, 4 days already, because I wanted to give you guys a really good review. I wanted to give you guys an honest review. I don't have any complaints. Being that it is lightweight, you are gonna get oily. I can't complain about that. It's not a full coverage foundation. It's not supposed to act as a foundation. It's just supposed to act as a skin tint. If you guys wanted to go ahead and make it a little more full coverage, you guys can use concealer. You guys can mix it with some foundation. If you are really short on time, if you're running late, this is so easy to do. If I wasn't filming this, it would take me about 10 minutes to do this whole thing. The jelly primer, I didn't think I was going to like so much, only because the way that it feels like it's just not going to mix well with any formulas. It works really well. I mean, I have large pores. The fact that it actually says that it's going to give you coverage on your pores sold me. I do think that I'm going to be trying more NYX products on my channel, more drugstore products on my channel. So if you guys did want to see more of those videos, just go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys don't follow me yet on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter, I will put all of my handles down below for you guys. I do post frequently. I will be posting on this channel every single Monday. I will have a new look for you guys, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!